We come in all shapes and sizes, from different backgrounds and beliefs. Whether you know exactly who you are or you're just starting your journey, at your core, you're a human being. You exist in the world. And simply by existing, you're entitled to certain basic rights, your human rights. These are the same rights that every other human has. Your child, your neighbor, a refugee, a farmer. We all get these rights at birth, without exception. Because human rights don't have to be earned, they're yours, regardless of who you are or what you've done. They exist at three basic levels: international, constitutional, and statutory. You may have heard of the right to education, the right to food, or the right to housing. These are international human rights. They apply to every single person around the world, and they are enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. You also have rights that are specific to Canada. These are protected by our Constitution.
Good morning to all. Myself Bhavana P. I am from 8th standard. What are human rights? Human rights are include the right to slavery and torture, freedom of opinion and expression, to work and education, and many more. Everyone is entitled to these rights without any discrimination. The concept of human rights allows people to speak when they experience abuse and corruption. The concept of human rights empowers people and tells them that they deserve dignity from society, whether it's a government or work of environment. When they do not receive it, they can stand up.
Include the right to vote, the right to equality, and freedom of expression. These rights all dictate how governments should treat people. But there's a third level: statutory, the laws that dictate how people should treat each other in certain situations. Unless there's a justifiable reason, these laws protect you from discrimination by other people or organizations.
Human rights ensure people have basic needs met. Everyone access a food and water, medicine, clothes and shelter. Everyone has a baseline level of dignity, but unfortunately there are still millions of people who do not have these necessities. By saying it's a matter, human rights allows activities other to work and getting those for everyone.
For example, if you're looking for a washroom, there should be one you feel safe using. If you're trying to get medical help, you should be able to make it inside of the doctor's office. If you're interviewing for a job, you shouldn't be rejected because you're pregnant. And if you're looking to rent a home, you shouldn't be turned down because of your race. If you live anywhere on the lands now known as British Columbia, your rights are protected by the BC Human Rights Code. This code is a shield. It's a tool to seek help and justice. It protects you in the areas of employment, housing, and services, like stores and restaurants. This means people like your landlord, your boss, or your server can't discriminate against you based on certain characteristics or grounds.
The Declaration of Human Rights was created largely the horrors of arts and culture. During the time in the history, the most vulnerable in society were targeted to the Jewish population, including those necessities LGBT. Organizations concerned with human rights focus on most of the society most vulnerable of abuse, corruption instead of ignoring them. Of human rights allows people to speak what they experience abuse and corruption. This is why the specific rights to corruption and conception. The concept of human rights empowers people and tells them that they deserve dignity from society, whether it's a government or work of environment. There are abuse and the corruption of environment.
Things like gender expression, ability, family status, age, religion. The list goes on. The code is here to support you because you have rights. We all do. And we also have responsibilities to respect the rights of others, to recognize discrimination, to speak out against injustice, and together to preserve dignity, respect, and the beauty of the human experience.
encourage freedom of speech and expression. Well, similar to what you just read in above, being a speak freely without any fear, brutal, expressive and expression. It encompasses ideas and forms of expression that ever feel like no one should be the danger in the society. The protects of people who want to destiny of or agree with the expectations in the society is more important. Happy Human Rights Day.